Welcome everybody, we are getting into this next game. We are spawning directly on top of Clash's Edge. Team Clash's Edge is the red Terran, and he's spawning on the right going up against IP's Amandil. We are in the ESEA Clan League, and this is a clan war between Clash and Impressive Play, and we have a very tight series. This could be the deciding game between these guys, and if Clash wins, they win the whole series. We've said that a couple times now. IP wins, and they're going to get it into an ace match. Right now, Clash is up 2-1. It is first to three, best of three wins takes the entire league, or not the entire league, but the entire this match between the two teams. This is actually a pretty tense game. As far as the games go, this is the one that is by far the most important. Amandil is kind of coming in as the ace of Impressive Play. He has won a game, but he didn't exactly win in a macro fashion. But the same thing is true of Edge's game that he won. The first game, it was a massive Stim Hellion push that kind of shut down Amandil on Ohana, while Amandil's game that he won the last game was a really weird one-base roach, 3 roach rush start to take the beginning of the game. He didn't really do anything with that, but Edge then went for 3 command centers and was trying to do all that stuff, and then we had a big Baneling roach all in from Amandil that ended up crippling crippled Edge to a very decisive degree, and then Edge ended up hanging on way more than he should, and Amandil got out a bunch of Hydras, and I kind of ruined the 2-port Banshee comeback that was being made by Edge. So this is going to be a really weird game, I'm going to predict. I don't know what to predict. I'm just going to say that it is going to be weird. Exactly how weird remains to be seen, but I can guarantee you all that it's going to be entertaining and awesome, to say the least. The barracks is almost done. We have the refinery being thrown down, and we do see the command center is being made into its good old orbital command. Amandil actually has gone for... Oh, is he doing the same build? Queen, Roach Warren, Gas. Oh my god, he's going to do his 3 Roach Rush again. So Amandil is going to do his 3 Roach Rush again, and I can't imagine that being all too effective. I mean, it did no damage before. It was the follow-up that was deadly. Edge may see this coming, and he could go straight for 2-port Banshee off of just purely 1 base, and all he needs are bunkers, and he'll be fine. He'll do a lot of pressure and everything. This is guaranteed cross-spawn. This is GSL Antiga Shipyard, or is it MLG? It is GSL Antiga Shipyard. As you can see, the mineral patches and everything are there. The watchtowers, it is in possession by Amandil, but Clash's Edge will be able to push forward. It will be able to get his scout and see that there is, once again, no natural expansion. We're going to see that SCV does die. He does not see gases or anything from Amandil. Good placement by Amandil with those bases up in the back, but we've got 1 guy mining. We've got the 3 roaches coming out. And that's so weird. That's so weird. Who 3 roach rushes? Who 3 roach rushes ZVT or ZV anything? There's Amandil's natural going down. Edge is going for command center. He's got a bunker coming up. It's going to be up in time. The Marines will be there. And these roaches are going to do nothing. There's no benefit to what Amandil is doing. We're going to have Hellions and everything coming out. The roaches will be able to, I guess, help against the Hellions. But look at how delayed his natural is, especially in comparison to the command center over here. And now you have multiple barracks coming in again. We just have Edge going for a big stim push or whatever, and it'll be fine. We now have 3 Marines going to push forward, and I don't know why Amandil is going to go ahead and continue attacking in with the roaches. They're going to go ahead and push forward, do a little bit of damage, but they're going to force back, and they accomplish nothing. So, is he going to follow up again with that hatchery tech all in? He still has this 1 guy mining the extractor. He's got enough to build a Baneling nest. His natural is almost done. The queen is sitting there waiting to go ahead and start spawning its larva. It's got 25 energy now, so it easily can. Let's go for creep timber instead. But what could Amandil possibly follow us up with? Now we're having reactors going down on top of those factories. On top of the barracks, you have the factory getting the tech labs. We're going to have tanks most likely coming down. Or possibly just going for blue flame Hellions, because he's going to go for a big Hellion Marine push again like he did in that first game. But he's actually going to lift this off and go for a reactor on top of this. He may just be... What's the point of his tech lab then? There's nothing to be built down under that. There's no barracks that's coming in. We see bunkers are being thrown down. Look at that safety. Edge is seriously spraying the bunkers. It looks like he's going to be expecting that baneling everything all in. And we do see an Evo chamber going down from Amandil. So maybe trying to play mind games and win psychologically by doing something different and not actually going all in after a 3-roach rush. But that's going to weaken any macro follow-up that you could possibly do to the point where Edge is going to have a big advantage. And we do see him building down a starport on top of that reactor. And Marine's going to go down. No stim has been started yet. A reactor on this factory. We're going to see Hellions. We're going to see Hellions. So it's kind of look at that. Bunkers. 4 bunkers. As the Pitables in the front. Amandil is going to go for a macro hatch. But he's got no real tech. His metabolic boost is, I guess, put that count in his tech. He's got the +1 carapace going down. A second Evo chamber, macro hatch. His spine crawler is not as far up as the team, so a Automaton 2000 kind of just chilling with the spine crawler. Just saying like, yo, I'm an Automaton. So, with that in mind, I don't know what to say about this game. This is just a weird game. You've got the starport going to get its medevacs out, maybe a Viking out to start sniping off the overlords that are hanging around. Amandil's still not on any kind of lair tech. There's no third base. He's just macro hatching it up and he's got his 3 roaches. His drone count is 40 to 38, so he's technically ahead, but not by as much as he really should be. And there is a Bailey nest being thrown down yet again. He may just be going for a more economic same version of the last game. If it is, he's destined to fail. Look at everything. Look at that. Clash Quest just leaves the game in just revolt. Medevacs are now out. Amandil is getting his lair attacks. I think it's centrifugal hooks, infestors or something. If he can something weird, that'd be great. But he's got his command center now on the way. You've got Edge now with the factory that has a tech lab on top, so we could start seeing siege tanks, siege mode, and all that stuff. But it seems that Amandil is just going to go ahead and go for a normal macro game. Drop is going to make its way along down the side. Should be able to go ahead and at the very least deny most of what's going to be happening at that hatchery. And the tech lab is continuing to be idle on top of that factory. And Edge has got a good force of Marines, but he's got no combat shield. His stim is there. His combat shield is queued up behind it. And the second E-base are going to be on the way as well. So they're going to be able to start their upgrades fairly soon. But it looks like we're going to have this drop going to be landing in a second. Medevac is not really doing anything. I don't know if he's waiting for. There he is. Now he's going to go ahead and push in. We have the Lings there waiting just to be really annoying, but we could see a drop inside the line side blockers or even over here. But there is actually a spine crawler to block the drop into this area, and Edge just kind of loses a Marine for free. But this is a really nice move because Marines dropped on this high ground or this middle ground is obnoxious. No amount of Lings will ever be able to touch them. This is a nice touch by Amandil just to be defensive. Third base is now done. Looks like that was attacked a little bit, but it's now up and safe. We're going to see this medevac be returning down there for the double drop. Amandil, those guys, he's got his Banes. He does not have centrifugal hooks. It is being researched over there, as well as the Overlord's speed to keep those guys alive. This medevac is kind of waiting to go ahead and engage. We could see the double drop just any moment now. The medevacs are just waiting to be in a good spot. We've got a big frontal force of Marines as well, but pure Marines. Third base is going to be taken as well, but Amandil's got a Zerg in there just waiting to be annoying and prevent that landing. So the overlords are also going to spread out for a nice vision of the drops that are coming in. Here we go. We've got this drop going to be coming down. I don't think there's vision of that from Amandil. We're going to see this other drop coming in, but there are these Zerglings just kind of waiting to go ahead and intercept this quite easily. So they're going to see that drop starting. This drop's going to take down that queen, and medevac is going to accomplish nothing over there, and neither will that frontal assault. And this just got shut down. We see the Bane's going to be brought into play as well, but third base has been completely shut down by this single Zergling. Marines are clearly in position to be able to stim and run in and take that out, so that would be a smart move on their part. But they do have their combat shield now. We see that the siege tanks are starting to be production as well. The 1-1 is 3/4 the way done. Armor is now done, so we could see the vehicle weapons being researched so that those tanks could just kill the Lings in one shot. But as of right now, it's just the melee attacks that are coming down for Amandil. He's got his +1 carapace, and he's working to get out Spore Quad. He doesn't want to get dropped, really. But as far as what the Lair Tech is really being used for, there's just the Hydra Den coming down. That's really odd. Amandil's ZVT is really looking to be a weird style. Obviously, now, the second game that we've seen Hydras come into play, but the first one was against a 2-port Banshee pretty much all in, so that makes sense to have Hydras. In this game, not so much. In fact, this game, not really at all. Just saying. I'm just gonna go for like a weird Nidus play. I don't know. He is making the Hydras. He is getting the Groove Spines, but he'll have a lot of DPS. I'll give him that. The Lings, the tank, the Banelings to do more damage, and the Hydras to deal damage. It's gonna be a healthy amount of DPS. But these are 1/1 Marines moving across the map with a whole lot of medevac support. I guess the Hydras can also deal with the medevacs as well, but they're very uncommon in this matchup. So I'm kind of curious about how it's going to pan out. But now we're going to watch as a lot of Marines are moving down here to the right. We're going to have a siege tanks being dropped onto the high ground and be as obnoxious as possible. It's a nice little move down there. We see them in that corner as well. We've got this Creep Tumor just kind of scouting off as all those Marines are just hanging down over there. But it looks like this kind of, I don't know what going to attack down there. But now we see a big Stamina running in. We're going to watch as everything is going to get engaged. We have a full surround. So many Banelings are going to go ahead and start exploding, but we do have the siege tank on the high ground. The Hydras will need to deal with that siege tank. But there's a lot of damage being thrown down there. With the Hydras there, we're going to see the death of that siege tank. Nice job there. Good engagement, actually, for Amandil, utilizing the Hydras kind of well. But the problem is they are just clearly very, very supply happy, because you can see how we've got a big lead there for Edge. And if you look down at this national expansion, we do see that the hive has begun. The infestation pit is there, but no patching glands has been researched. That is still quite available to be grabbed. And we have creep tumors being thrown down to the middle of the map. I kind of like that from the Queen. Just use the overlords there to help out that spread. So Amandil all of a sudden is searching for the creep. He's getting the mid base over there as well. He's got these Lings there in a good spot for surrounds, run-bys, anything he really desires. That would be their more useful spot. So command center is also being built over here, so that's going to be able to probably take this base with a PF. He may be one for that, but creep is clearly being spread to stop that possibility. There we see a stim of a couple of Marines. They're going to go ahead and actually go and get engaged against. We're going to see that, oh, nope, Amandil will be pulling back, so that's not going to be the engagement's going to be happening quite yet. But Baneling, oh, cocoons, getting picked up. We're going to see some Bane's going to go ahead and get some explosions off, but these Overlords are kind of just sacrificing themselves now. Hell, what are these Hydra's doing? That's really weird, but now Edge is going to be maxed out. He's officially at 200-200. He's going to continue running around, being aggressive. He might be pressing in for the win right now. He's got a lot of opportunity to steal damage. Amandil is kind of just sitting back and waiting to get out all of his units, and he's pulling back. We have a huge spread. Look at all those Lings and Banes kind of waiting to be aggressive. The 2-2 for Edge is about to be done. Patching Glenn's about to be done, but there are no infestors. And look, we see the death of there, but looks like we're going to have both players just kind of sitting around waiting to be aggressive. We got this drop, or not really drop, kind of happening, but now we're going to watch this. Amandil's going to start pressing in. We got the Banes coming, going to try and go ahead and sweep in through and do as much damage as they possibly can. They are going to be coming in just so much wreckage. We see the food counts for Edge is kind of dropping down so much, but Amandil doesn't have much to finish it off. In fact, Amandil has nothing to finish it off. In fact, manner meals are being called, and Amandil's left the game. So that's the game. That is it. IP has been taken down. Clash has officially emerged victorious in a very nice showing. So Clash is going to win this entire series 3-1. And Edge does end up, well, edging out the victory. So he wins his series 2-1, and there will be no ace match, because this game, this match, this set is done. Clash wins 3-1. Congrats to them. IP is a formidable foe. There were some great games in this series. I mean, Me for the Win took, who would he play against? Mook? No, Mook played Eagle Eye. Shu played played Zeus. Me for the Win played... another Protoss, and there's a nice 30-plus minute game in that one where they were dancing around, really trying to get that perfect positioning. But now we saw our first game 3, and it does end up going into favor of Edge after a really weird ZVT style by Amandil. I can't get by his 3 Roach Rush into macro play. Makes no sense. Makes no sense to me at all. But it worked out in the second game when he went for that cheese. But that makes a lot more logical sense. So hope you guys enjoyed, because that was the cast for today. I'll be signing out. If you want the replays, it'll be on zanderfever.tv for your perusal. Feel free to go ahead and grab those. I will just say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the games, and I will be returning for more casts. Actually, tomorrow for ESEA, we'll be able to watch, I believe it's You Are Gamer, and see 2 Clan Wars of them at 8 and 10 EST if you want to tune in for that. Thank you guys very, very much. It has been a pleasure casting for you all.